People think that entrepreneurship is all about the business.
That's not true. Absolutely not true. Once you know yourself, who you are, what do you want, what you already know within yourself, you will definitely be successful. That I guarantee you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Personal Development for Entrepreneurs. This is Ikram and I'm here with my good friend and mentor, Dr. Venga Kalachuru. Tonight, we're going to be talking about overcoming procrastination. This is a topic, again, as usual, which I think Dr. Venga will be really good at, being a time management expert himself. Good evening, Dr. Venga.
Good evening, Ikram. Good evening.
How are you?
Can't complain, man, Ikram. Life is going on. I'm 84 years old. Finished cycle of life already.
And you're definitely not someone who's procrastinating.
Of course not. Of course not. Well, put it this way, Ikram. I learned very young in age that I didn't know the word procrastination. It's later on in life when I attended management seminar, read a book on it, then the word procrastination appeared. But usually I talk about things, I do things. If I think of something, I do. I don't even look at the result. I never sit down to think what result I'll get, what will happen, and will this go wrong? No, I never think of that. Until you take an action, you wouldn't know whether it's what's going to happen. But I will never stop. Yeah, I will from my old experience, I might think about one or two things that possibly can go wrong. I'll be prepared for that, and then move on. Take action. See, this has always been my life, Ikram. Always. Whether it's buying a house or investing in company or dealing with the investment, even when I retired, and in the last 38 years since I retired, 37 years since I retired. It's been a go only. Never sit down. Oh, things have gone wrong. Yes, of course. So I'm one who never procrastinated on anything.
Right. So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What are some common reasons people procrastinate, and how can they identify the root cause of their procrastination?
One word, only one word. You are the problem. Anyone who procrastinate he's the problem, because procrastination is not about somebody telling you not to do, somebody information not around. You are the problem. You don't recognize that you are the problem. You can never solve a problem. It's because you don't know how to do it, which means you need more information, you need more experience, or you need to look up, or you are just plain lazy, period. Or you just don't want to do it. All three is because of you. My philosophy is very simple. Very simple. Well, not even philosophy. This is what I do. First of all, if I want to do something, I write it down. If I don't want to do something, I'll write it down. Why? The first thing that'll come out, why don't you want to do it? And the answer will be, I don't know how to do it. Very good. Learn it. And you know, when I speak to people and I speak to myself, the same way I'm speaking to you right now, this is energy that comes out and tell you, hey, don't shit around, don't bullshit people. You want to do it or not? And that's the kind of question I ask myself. Who you want to bluff? You want to bluff yourself? Get it done, and then I go and do it. And when I do it, something will happen. I'll take another decision. I'll go on taking. So I have no issue on decision making. I have no issue on procrastination. Look at me, Ikram. I'm 84 years old. I've been through leukemia. I've been through a liver surgery. Okay? If I procrastinated, I won't be around for 84 years old. Isn't it?
Right.
I
Yes.
took, even my health also, I took that action. And I know both of these because of me, not because of anything else. Eating habit when I was much younger, doing the wrong things which I should not be drinking. I shouldn't be doing it. Smoking.
Mhm.
But okay, at 46, I said, okay, enough is enough. Pack it up. Done. Move ahead. Give up smoking, give up everything. And started on this journey of self-discovery. So
Right.
I have no issue with this. And I'm not BSing you, no, Ikram. You know me, right?
Yes.
I want to do, I do. If I don't want to do, I will not do,
Correct.
Even in the most cherished thing that I very much cherish, if I decide that this is not good for me, I will stop. And you know it, okay?
Yeah.
You know me, okay?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
actually, Ikram, everyone that is running a program on procrastinating, I don't want to say that, I'll say it to you. You are horse shitting yourself. You are the reason. You are the problem.
Right.
A,
So the
you
reason.
don't know. And B, you don't want to do it.
Correct. Correct. So you brought it down to just one. The reason why people procrastinate is themselves, and they are the root cause.
They are the root cause. Number two, the moment I say, okay, I don't know, fine. Set a goal. What do you want to do? I want to find out. Now I set a goal. And then, so I write things down. And then secondly, I'll always set a goal. Hey, I want to achieve this by this time and by this hour or by this day. I've set a goal. And then I will review that constantly, daily. I'll review. Hey, what's my progress? What's my progress? I'm auditing myself. And then, looking at, am I improving or not? I do that. So write, goal, review, 3 things. I teach these 3 things, right? You can get away from procrastination if you write, goal, and review. That's it.
Absolutely.
Now, again, Ikram, people, I have my mindset. Why are you bullshitting people? Yes, I can agree with you. Scientifically speaking, the brain is very, very, you have a brain. It's a bloody, I think about 7 or 7.5 pounds of jelly sitting in the head. It's very clever, extremely clever, extremely smart, extremely clever. Now, what happens is when you're doing something new, never done before, it learns it very quickly. It learns. And then, Ikram, I sent you a picture. I don't know whether you had a chance to look at it or not.
I did.
You did. Yeah. I talk about the 4 things. Your knowledge, your experience, your ability, and your habit.
That's
now,
right.
what happens is like that. It learns. Once the brain learns it, it sends the messages down to whoever is doing what and done, finished. After that, it'll then use minimum amount of energy to handle that issue. Like as an example, the amount of work your liver is doing, Ikram. If
It's a
ever you sit
24-hour
down,
job.
Sorry?
It's a 24-hour thing, right? The liver is.
Yeah, yes, my friend. Without the liver, you will not survive for a day, no? Because the liver is the one that takes everything that you put into your mouth, everything that you put into your mouth, and you smoke or whatever, has to go to the liver to be processed, to take out the waste, take out what is necessary, store what is necessary, eliminate what is not necessary. The liver is the most important organ, in one of the most important one. It is the only part of your body that even if you cut 75% of the liver, you take it out, it'll grow back again. Did you know that?
Yes, you told this to me a long time back.
So the liver does that, you see, eliminate, get out. And then it comes out of your kidney and all that. It's doing a magnificent amount of work. When is the last time you paid attention to your liver? or for that matter, the
Never.
people who are listening to me. Huh?
Almost never.
So you see, the mind is like that. You see, it does a lot of work, but at the same time, it learns how not to overexert itself. That's why, that's one of the reasons why, whenever you want to do, say you're driving home in a car, and you will always use the same road. Least amount of resistance, because the brain knows exactly where you are going. Hey, it'll tell your hand, don't worry, drive it, your foot also, and you will reach home without even being conscious that you're driving home. Isn't that true?
Correct.
So the brain is very capable, or the brain is capable of doing that. Like that, it is also like this. It will not use energy unnecessarily. So whenever you procrastinate, it shows one thing, that you have recognized, or the brain has recognized, it doesn't have that knowledge.
Right.
And in that picture, in that picture, I showed a lot of cells. We are made out of cells. For you not to procrastinate, Ikram, the number one thing is that the entire cell, all the cells I show in the picture, all the cells should act in concert. There is no such thing as one of the cells says, hey, I don't want to do it. No such nonsense. It'll come together. This is the human evolution, Ikram. This is the quality of what we have, this human body. So when somebody tells you, because of him, I can't do, because of her, I can't do, they're just BSing, total BS. Or then they go back to another issue, which is they are not prepared because they did not prepare some time to follow up. So preparing, planning, and performing is their problem. Because they cannot perform, they blame it that, oh, somebody has not delivered. All these are, Ikram, let me put it this way, Lana. We can't even account for what we do every day. Only 4 hours of our day, we can't even account for it, Lana. If someone tells you, I work 10 hours a day, he's BSing, Lana. He's not. He's in the office. But can you account for hour to hour? Then you'll realize where you're spending your time. Or why you are procrastinating, why you have not been able to do it. Or you have allocated less time than required. Something that takes 40 minutes to do or an hour to do, you allocated 10 minutes to do it. When you allocate the 10 minutes, you know you're bluffing yourself. So that's also part of procrastination.
That actually leads to another question I have, which is, I think it's very related. So people procrastinate because of overwhelm. They get overwhelmed and they put it off. They put off doing what they need to do. How do you think people can break down these large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps so that they don't have this overwhelm?
Absolutely. Give an example, Ikram. And again, it's not a conceptual thing. You need to write a business plan. Can you do it in 1 hour?
No.
Can you do it in 1 week?
Possible.
But provided you have done the research. If you just, people say, do a business plan on this, and no research has been done, no data is put together, it'll take you at least a month. Because you must sit down and do the research, something new, never done before. It's not copy and paste, Okay, they have started a new software called, you tell the software what you want, it'll write your business plan. Okay, China has already banned it. China has already banned it. He says it's full of rubbish. Don't know, disallowed, right? Which is true. You see, what the AI will do is take whatever has been done before, put it together and give it to you. Correct or not, Ikram? Don't tell me the artificial intelligence is sitting, oh, no, this does not apply here. No, it cannot apply in this situation. You're going to do that. It's only the human can do that, right? Now, so therefore, your analysis will take time. So you know very well, even in 1 week, if it is a serious job to be done, provided you have all the data and all the information, you cannot, it's not just writing, no? It's a lot of things to be done, right?
Yep.
Or you might say, okay, every day I will allocate half an hour or 1 hour, or you can say, I'm going to allocate half a day and see how much I can achieve, and then decide how much more I go. So I do an outline, all the outline. I say each one will take half a day. So I need 10, 12, 13, 14 days to do that. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. Instead of which we say we are overwhelmed. No, you're not overwhelmed. You don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you'll always find excuse. Because the brain is so clever. Because the conscious brain will tell you, hey, this is the reason why you can't do it. That's the reason why. It gives you all the answer. Because it is informing the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind. Hey, the reason why you can't do it is because of this, because of that. You've not read this, you're not. It gives reason. And by the way, Ikram, there are experiments being carried out, which is published, by the way, which tells you that people don't want to tell the truth. And this experiment is very simple. People who they don't have the ability to remember. There are people who that people, not old, but young people also. So what happened is they go to this clinic where the research was done. So the doctor will come in, no? The doctor will come and shake the hand of the patient. As he shakes his hand, the doctor has got a pin on his hand, and the pin will poke the hand, the patient's hand, and the patient will feel the pain. Okay, then they will take the pain out, and the doctor will go away. 5 minutes later, the same doctor with the same hand, with the same pin comes along and want to shake hand. The patient will say, no, I don't shake hand. They say, why don't you want to shake my hand? No, I don't like people wearing white gown, the doctor's uniform. I don't like that. You see, the brain is so clever. It tells you to tell a lie. It won't tell the truth. So we lie a lot. When people tell you as a business plan, you say, no, sorry, I have to negotiate it. I can't promise you the date. Let's put a tentative date. I'll come back to you and see whether I'll accept you or not. You don't have that ability, even that simple ability. I'm sorry, I don't know about this date. Let me go and sit and work on it and come back to you with another date. If I can do it within this period, I also will come back and inform you. Let me do that for 24 hours or 48 hours and come back to you. You should say that. Instead of which, you want to show off, you want to impress people. Oh, yes. In fact, I don't need 7 days. I think 4 days is enough. You understand what I'm saying or not?
Yep.
Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Huh? Correct.
It makes sense what you're saying, yeah.
Because we are not honest with our own self. Can we do it? Can we not do it? But because our brain is so clever, it tells you to tell a lie, and we tell it. And this is the main problem. And that's why the mind is part of the issue. In other words, you have created such a situation in yourself. So procrastination is a habit which you have formed ever since you were very young. The day you want to get up and go to school, but you rather sleep, started. Then your mother woke you up. Okay. So you'd
Yep.
learn, oh, so, okay. No, I don't want to go to school. I fall down, I sleep and all that. Okay. There comes also a time when before your mother come and wakes you up, you are ready to go to school. Why? Why?
You're excited for that day.
Except because you're fond of friends and you want to do that, and so you're excited. So if you like to do something, you won't procrastinate, you'll get it done.
Correct. Absolutely. Dr. Vega, are you familiar with the concept of time blocking?
Yes.
Can
Absolutely.
that be an effective tool against procrastination?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why in my daily schedule, which I have designed in the week planner, I put 1 hour and divide that into 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. If it is a very tough task, I say to people, hey, allocate 20 minutes to do it. Then the next 20 minutes, don't do anything. Then the third 20 minutes, allocate another 20 minutes to do it. You break it up. So you do little by little, chew on to little, and then you know how much time you need for something, and you know exactly what you get done. You see, another way to do it will be to have a list called important things I must do. You have a list every single day. Okay, you can do that too. But if you don't have a planner like a week planner, then that's another way to do it. But you must be the one to commit. How many of these important things that you got, put there. You block the time to get it done. And my advice to people are, if you're working in an office where the interaction of people and all that, you can't block chunks of time. It is impossible to block, say, 2 hours. Maybe 1 hour you can. Maximum you probably do. Maximum, unless you're the CEO of a company where you are in total control, you can tell your staff, not now, come back to me in 90 minutes. You can do that if you don't have that kind of power, but people just walk in whenever they like and all that, and you allow it, then the very, very little that you can achieve. So your blocking of time will be maybe 30 minutes, maximum 40 minutes. Allowing some time, gap for other things to come in. When someone tells me I'm overwhelmed, Benga, I got so much to do, that means you are not sitting down and looking at what you have to do, how much time you need, and you are actually out of control. Because if you you will notice, Ikram, you know this, Lana. Every day we got 16 hours, right? Wake time.
Correct.
But that's a maximum one. Unless, of course, you're telling me that you are going to sacrifice the balance 8 hours where you are supposed to sleep and do certain things. You want to sacrifice that, then I can't do anything. Okay. But if you sacrifice the sleep time, which requires at least 7 hours, okay? You understand? If you don't use the 7 hours, you will not be effective the next day and the day after. So it's 16 hours. Of that 16 hours, you have your own things to do. You have to drive to work or go to work, whatever that is, Lana.
Correct.
All that requires time, right? So that's why they say you cannot work more than 40 hours a week. And in that 40 hours, you are in control of only 40% of that 40 hours.
Right.
In which you can be extremely productive. The other 60%, you just cope with it, Lana. Yes, a block. If you don't have a plan on a daily schedule, what you want to achieve, who you want to call, what are the minor things you want to take. If you don't have a plan, then nobody can blame. That's why in the American society, your work is measured by weeks. And record shows, every single worker can only account for 6 hours a day. American statistics, out of 8 hours, they can account for 6 hours.
I'm sorry.
That's it. And within the work they have done, and the gradings are taking place. If you fall below the B group or C group, then they will send you warning letters.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning your quality of work you have done does not match with the quality of this company. And they can get rid of you.
Right. Dr. Inga, do you think distraction plays an important role in procrastination?
Extremely. Ikram, yesterday evening, I was in an office. That office is totally glass, total glass. And the meeting room. Okay? Unless and until you are a very disciplined individual like me, okay, where nothing else matters, I can shut everything down and speak to the 12 people that were sitting there constantly for 2 hours. People are walking around and it distracts you. But you must learn to stay away from distraction. One of the studies that I've done, that's why they put cubicles, rooms in cubicles, 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet, with a door, no window, so that you can spend your time without distraction. Now, tell me this, Ikram. If you have a room by the side of your room, and that room noise is a bit loud, can you really concentrate and work?
No, it's going to be tough.
Difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be tough.
We are distracted, right? So distraction is one of the reasons why. But then, Ikram, what you got to do? You got to find a location which does not distract you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but distraction is, suppose that's why I believe this, like you've been to my house, right?
Yes.
I sit in this spot and what I see is only plants and sky and all that. Once in a while, lorry comes, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get distracted too, no? So always I choose a place that does not distract. Now, one thing I advise people, or people say, well, it's like, okay, then I will tell people, hey, put your table against the wall. Look at the wall. Then you are not distracted. Oh, but this feng shui, I must face the door. Then you do what you want to do, Lana. I can't help you there. That's why you find that in Scandinavian countries, they have experimented that and found that people who face the wall without distraction, their productivity is much higher. And they can go back, they can work 36 hours instead of 40 hours. They incentivize that, So of course, distraction is an issue, Ikram. Distraction issue that must be handled too.
How do you handle that? Effectively, how do you effectively handle distraction?
Well, number one, what is the object or the thing that is distracting you? What is it? If it is a moving, that we are sitting in a place that a lot of things are happening. Is it therefore possible for you to turn around and sit in another position that does not distract you? By that way, you can improve your own productivity. Sure, unless of course you're a yogi, then you can close your eyes and couldn't be bothered. But you're not. You are a business person and you got daily work to do. So you have to adjust. Where is the distraction coming from? What is the distraction? How can I avoid it?
So in the modern context, I think most of us struggle with distractions from emails, WhatsApp notifications, social media, and worry. So these, I would say, are the most common distractions. You're either worrying about something you need to deliver to your boss, or client, or customer, or it's just this constant barrage of notification, email notification.
You know what? Thank you very much for bringing that subject up, lah. You know what, Ikram? I have stopped all notification from my WhatsApp. Period, lah. I only allow one thing. And that is, I allow my phone to ring. But if it rings too often, I will immediately press and tell the fella, I'm busy, I call you later. I see who it is that's calling me. Otherwise, I shut it off. So all notification, both from email, I do not look at my email every hour. I don't. I look at my email once a day. And you'll be surprised, lah, Ikram. Okay? Everything that has to be handled, I ask Celine to take care of it. I don't want to get involved in it. I can afford it, lah, no? So notification there, distraction is also out there. I don't need, every distraction that comes from your phone over an email or a WhatsApp or some notification, some damn bloody people advertising, it takes time from you.
Sure.
Now, do you have the guts to switch it off? I have. Do you? People must ask this question, no? And so people who allow the notification to go on, they want to be distracted. They love it. There's something in the brain, it's learned it. So it loves to be distracted. Because why? Compulsive behavior is human behavior. So it relates to that, hey, I like distraction. I like this. I can give you some example of it. You also have noticed, I'm sure. Sometimes you want to do some work and you are researching, no? Suddenly you get distracted, isn't it? Isn't it? And then you are spending about 20, 30 minutes. Hey, shit, what did I come here for? No? What am I? You go back, right?
Correct.
So you don't have a rule. I have a rule. If I want to do this, I write down this is what I'm going to do. I write the thing, that's what I'm at, and it's in front of me. Every time I'm distracted, I look at it, hey, that's what you're here for. Get that done first. The rest is not important. Especially people who are in the online business or they are doing something, they get distracted. Because the messages are getting better. I tell you something, okay? I walk in the morning, I listen to some things, okay? The number of ad that pops up on that thing, okay? So what do? Before I watch, they are very clever. You have to tap it 2 times. Some you must tap it 3 times before it cuts off. Isn't it? I shut it off. I shut it off. The best thing for me to do would be to pay for it and no advertising. But this is something I'm doing leisure. I can avoid, I can afford it, but I will always switch it off. I don't want to listen to that. Notification. I don't want the notification, but because I'm using their free program, they have to notify me. So I cut it off. Yep. I will not listen to more than the The one tap won't go. Second tap won't go. The third tap sure go out. So
Right.
that distraction is costing a lot of productivity to the whole world, Ikram.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you know what, Ikram? I don't think companies should allow, okay, everybody to bring their handphone and play with it during work time, no?
Mm.
I don't think so, unless, of course, you're a salesperson, different. Also, salesperson, I tell you the bluff. Most of the call is not from the customer. It's from their friends or some social thing.
Right.
Agree or not?
Yeah.
Now,
Agree.
you know what? The more people get distracted, good for all the rich people, because they are the one making the money. What? They are the one advertising. What?
Correct.
People like us are the one who suffer. But I train myself. Hey, in fact, Ikram, unless you call me by phone, if I see your name, even though I'm busy, engaged in something, I will still answer your call. Because I know you. You have called me for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even get one call a day from people I don't know. No? The call I get is, this is HSBC. I boop, stop it. I stop it. Don't. Distraction is avoidable. You can control it. But if you don't want to control it, there's nothing you can do. But that is one of the reasons why your productivity also is going down. People's productivity go down. It is a fact.
Binga, we've got 3 more minutes. Can I ask you a final question? What advice do you have for people who have been struggling with procrastination for a long time and are finding it difficult to break the habit?
Okay. If these people are serious with themselves, do 3 things. First, find out the reason why you are procrastinating, not by talking about it, but writing it down. Write, W-R-I-T-E, write. Write, why am I procrastinating? What am I procrastinating? And why am I procrastinating? What is it I'm procrastinating? Is it because I don't know what to do? Or I'm plain lazy? Once you are honest with yourself, the answer will come. Then you know the why.
Mm-hmm.
Once you know the what and the why, you always can say, okay, fine. Set a goal. What is it? You know, everything that you set has to be long-term, cannot be short-term, you know. So you set a goal. Meaning, hey, I'm doing this, I'm not progressing, I got to improve. So do a review. Check your progress, like an audit. Now you do like a review is an audit, like that. Hey, am I improving? Am I improving? So what you're doing is you are rewriting the brain. You are telling the brain, hey, rewrite this, rewrite this. So all the cells in your body also get together and help you to succeed. See, that's why that picture is so important. That you understand that the whole body is full of billions and billions of cells, no? Yes or not, Ikram?
Correct.
Fact, isn't it?
That's true. Yes.
So all the cells in your body must get together to help you succeed. And in order for you to succeed, that you need to pay attention. But we are no more hunter-gatherers, you know. We have multiple distraction, multiple things to do, multiple commitment. Hey, Ikram, you know, during the hunter-gathering days, common family land. There's no my son. There are no such thing as my son, my daughter. Everybody's common property land. You don't know whose son is who, no? Common. So there's common looking after community. So hunter-gatherer go out, look for what they want meat. The simple activity they did, no? Some came back, some didn't come back, right now. Today, it's a very complex thing. In the complex world, you must also behave in a very complex but individual way. That's why your neurocortex have developed to such an extent that it's become very powerful. You don't know how to manage it. That's why now your brain tells you how to drive home. You don't drive home. Because if you consciously drive home, okay, without the GPS, you probably find another faster route to go home. No? Do you ever use your GPS wanting to go home? You don't. But if you do, then the GPS says, hey, this side got too much traffic, that side got too much traffic, use this road. Then you must become conscious, which is what you don't want. The brain also don't want that. So you just go by now. So 3 things are, write things down, ask yourself, why am I procrastinating? The answer will come. Then set a goal and review it. That's as simple as that, Ikram. Is it difficult to do or not?
No, it's not.
Also, I must say, procrastination is also emotional. Very emotional. So you can see procrastination, which is a fact, and then emotion comes in, and then both get caught into one and the other. Then you're talking to yourself, or you are blaming the entire world for what you are. So immediately comes the woke culture. Okay.
All right. We've come to the end of our program for this evening. Thank you very much, Vinga, for that. All those insights into procrastination and how we can avoid procrastination. And it's been quite useful. Our next episode for Personal Development for Entrepreneurs is happening on April 5th. That's the first Wednesday of the month, as usual, at 8 p.m. Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope that you, our viewers, will be able to defeat procrastination here henceforth. If you've got any questions, you can always post them down in the comment sections below, and we will endeavor to answer them as soon as possible. Good night.
Good night.